Hello and welcome to the GBHL podcast. You're here with your host GBHL Jamie.
And Harry?
Harry, for now. And it's a Speak Friend question.
Yes.
Episode 130, I believe. I think so. Is it 130? No, 124. What do I know?
Okay.
Right, should we kick things off?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to start. I'm going to finish pouring my drink.
Okay. So, hello everybody. First question's from Daniel Theory. Hi guys, I agree nights is no fun, but career progression and finally being recognised in my line of work is well worth it. My question this week is, was there or has there ever been a point where you were going to step away from the hobby for good? At any point since starting. I know that 10 years ago I walked away from not only LOTR battle game, but fantasy also, and I was away for 4 years or so. Thanks guys. Well I definitely did.
Yeah.
So I went to uni, I don't know. And I sort of think trailed off as you went to uni. You came on and you stayed with it, didn't you? And you persistently tried to get me back into it while I was away.
I still feel like I tailed off a bit at uni. Like, I think it was when Last Alliance broke.
Yeah.
I dropped off a bit. But yeah, I stayed with it most of the time.
Yeah. And thank goodness you did, because you brought me back. Because I feel it's... I do feel like uni I couldn't have done it at the same time, and I was having fun there. But when I came back, it didn't take me long to get back into it. So thank you for that, sir. Any other periods?
I'd say I've dropped off Lord of the Rings at times.
Yeah.
And picked up something else. Like we both went through a phase of fantasy.
Oh, we did? Yeah.
Just massively overtook Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. And obviously there's a gap, there's 10 years between the three sets of films.
Yeah.
And then when, after Legion's Middle-earth came out, they did do a lot came out for that, but then it sort of slowed down again. And so I think probably we trailed off a bit then, but tell you what, couldn't be more into the hobby at the moment.
No, it's really good. Forward. Really good time to be in.
The thing is, yes. Okay, thank you, Daniel.
Next up is Matt Lacey. It says, hey guys, first time asking a question. What's your opinion on Silmarillion themed armies?
You use proxies as maybe the named heroes?
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah.
Silmarillion themed armies, I don't think they fit the Third Age world that we're set in, because elves are so much more amazing at combat.
Oh god, and yeah, even the men, because all the men have got their blood and Numenor.
Yeah.
But then, within that sense, because everyone is classed as better, would you just keep the same?
Keep the same, yeah. I just don't think there's much scope at the moment for...
Yeah, it's a big world, isn't it? There's still so much to bring out of the Hobbits. Yeah. Maybe in 10 years' time, they thought, if there's still a hobby still going, maybe they need to bring out more. Maybe they could do parts then. There's enough to go for with the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
Definitely. And if it's just fitting the Silmarillion theme into the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings armies, I still don't think there's enough to fit it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll admit, I've not read the full Silmarillion, but...
I've read it and forgot it. There's so many names in that book. I think I've read it a bit twice almost, but there's just so much to it. But we would never discourage it, sure, if you were to do it where you could mock something up where you had... I don't know, I can't remember any names from the Silmarillion now. Men of Gondolin.
Men of...
Elves of Gondolin.
What?
Yeah, maybe you can do, I don't know, high elves and just proxy them as Elves of Gondolin.
Yeah.
I can't remember any of the names. Was there another...
Huron and Turin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merrin and Luthien?
Yeah, I think
so. Yeah.
We know a lot about Lord of the Rings, but not about...
maybe have a go at doing a Silmarillion themed army or battle and let us know.
Who's next?
It's me, isn't it? Okay. Birch98. Hi guys. First time asking a question from me too. 2 questions for you actually. First, when a monster hurls a model into a combat, does it knock over everyone in the combat like Sorcerer's Blast does, or only the model thrown... or only the throw model passes over? It's the latter, isn't it?
Yes, so only what the model hits.
Yes. So you can then pick to deliberately pick your enemy and not yourselves.
Yeah.
Whereas with a blast it is everybody. Okay, and do all those knockdown models suffer a strength 3 hits?
Yeah.
They do. So if models hit, it's knocked over and takes strength 3 hits, yeah. Secondly, if a monster uses a 2-handed weapon in a fight, so -1 to the duel roll, wins the fight and then elects to rend, do they still get the +1 to the dice to wound?
No, you don't. No. With that, you make strikes and you replace your strikes with these little power attacks that have certain abilities.
Yeah, because that's the same with Rend, because you don't get knocked down for Rend,
Correct,
do you?
yeah.
Do you get trapped for Rend?
I don't think you would, because your normal strikes are doubled for trapped. Like with Ren, you just get your attack value, and you attack with your strength against their defense.
So, in terms of a Fellbeast
charging in, this has been confirmed, Troke confirmed, that a Fellbeast charging in that wins the fight when rending only gets 3 dice.
But even though he's got a bonus 1 for charging,
Yeah,
it's not his base attacks of 2. Okay, well that's will take 3 instead of the 6.
Exactly, yeah.
There's sometimes when it's then worth not to rend and go just take 2-handed.
Well, yeah.
So get you knocked down.
If let's say you've charged in, you've knocked down. You might need 6 dice needing 5s or 3 dice needing 3s. If it's like a one-shot thing you need to happen, you might want to go for the 6 dice for 5s because you can do more wounds.
Yeah, I'd agree.
But the odds are the same as well, either way.
Yeah. Good question though, because you made us think about it. Okay, on to you.
Next up, we've got Tim Himes. He says, "Hi guys, so I was just wondering, what do you think would be the best Mordor force for 500 points, and if you would take Kardush or just a regular Shaman?" Do you remember Kardush?
He gets Fury, doesn't he?
He gets Fury.
And he gets the thing where he does the fire blast, and he can kill.
On a 3+, it's a strength 6 hit, 6-inch range. He was originally released with 1 attack, 2 wounds, but has since been errated to be 2 wounds, 1 attack, like a regular Shaman. And yes, he can kill any orc on the table. Anywhere. On his own side, obviously.
Yeah.
At the start of the movement, either at the start of his or start of the movement phase, and he gets D3 will back, and he can sacrifice himself to give a ring wraith D6 back.
It's pretty cool.
It is good.
Pretty cool.
It is good.
I suppose for that sense, if he's everything that a regular Shaman is, I'd probably always take him if you had one available.
I mean, you lose Transfix, but you gain Fire Blast.
I would take that.
And what also is really good about him is that even if he gets his will sapped, he can just kill something, get his will back, put up Fury, and the Orc charge in against the Fellbeast.
Yeah, so I'd take him.
Yeah, he's a good choice. As for best 500 points, it's hard to think about a list on the spot.
If you want to be competitive, you want to put a Shaman in.
Yeah.
I'd probably even try and squeeze a Ringwraith from Fellbeast to 500 points. Because they can lead troops from Mordor, can't they?
Yeah. But like Knight of Umbar or Undying on...
For your general.
Undying for the general on Fellbeast. Play with Moran's Orc Spears.
Yeah, leave the bows out, I think.
Yeah, forget bows.
Unless you got trackers.
Even then, I still think at the moment, just the way setup works.
Yeah.
And there's no volley fire, so just go full combat and get stuck in.
Yeah, there's plenty of cheap heroes with 3 might. So you get Grishnak, Gorbag, Shagrat, all 3 might for about 50-60 points. Always worth getting, really, aren't they?
Always.
Spectres, a couple of 15 points left.
Yeah, if you can upgrade some Orcs into Spectres, then by all means do that.
Especially if you pair them up with a Ringwraith.
For -1 courage.
Yeah. And then even maybe the Black Numenorians, because they cause terror. And terror front line, or maybe then having strength 4 supports.
Yeah.
Works free now, because there used to be the way that your support was the attack of the front guy.
Yeah, you just +1 to the attack.
If you had a Moranen supporting a Black Numorian, it's wasted. Whereas now, I think that's quite a good combination.
Yes.
Especially with a Ringwraith.
You get the terror, the fight 4, and the strength 4.
Yeah. And fainting at the front if you need it. You're going to use the fight by most of the time. Yeah.
But yeah, there's options open for Mordor.
Yeah, it's one of the most expansive books, isn't it? Sourcebook. It's got its own sourcebook.
Its own sourcebook, yeah.
Have a few go at a few lists and let us know.
Yeah.
Say with regret. Is it me?
Yeah, next up we've got Blackfire Productions.
Okay, hey guys, thanks for your opinions. I definitely can think of a few models that are the bane of Smaug. Shadowlord, Shade, even Goblin King has some survivability against him. Yeah,
I wouldn't say a Shade is, without the Shadowlord. He still takes 1 wound and dies.
Yeah, true. Yeah, word combination. Maybe.
Yeah, in combination that'd be nasty.
Yeah. I know Blackfire Productions is working on doing a tournament next year. You guys should definitely come over for it. When we iron out the details, I would be more than willingly share them with you. On to this week's question. What is your most underrated hero and why?
An underrated hero?
Underrated hero.
I think someone like Haldir with his 2 shots.
Yeah, it's true. For his points as well.
Yeah, 75 points with a bow.
And you still get 5, 6 and 3 might.
Yeah.
I think Thranduil's still good for 90, the old one.
Thranduil, yeah.
Because of his magic now.
But I wouldn't say he's underrated anymore.
No, because people are well aware.
People are aware of him.
Yeah, true.
An underrated.
Gone.
Gone, yeah.
Yeah, because he's just a beast.
45 points, 3 might, 2 attacks. He's good.
In that sense, the Hobbit's heroes in the Hobbit Force, because they get 2
Yeah.
attacks, 2 wounds, 2 fate each.
Yeah.
And
And can be mounted for dirt cheap.
Yeah, and they all get resistance to magic.
Yeah.
Any for evil? Kardash, I suppose.
Gardash underrated, yeah.
Some of the Gundabad Black Shield Shaman. Is he the?
Oh yes, yeah, the one with Shatter.
Yeah. That's a filthy spell.
Horrible spell.
Yeah.
Sorry for using that at doubles. It's not fun for the opponents.
Any from the Hobbit range?
Underrated from the Hobbit, Ori, probably.
Yeah. Which one's?
Ori's the one with the slingshot.
Okay.
Whenever he hits on a 6, he passes all the in the way rolls and instantly wounds.
Oh, so if you're going for like 5 ranks. Oh, and it doesn't move. He gets 2 shots as well.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But I think it's not. It doesn't say natural 6, so you can might it up.
So has he got 1 might?
He's got 1 might, but he and Alfred are best friends.
Imagine now. Ah, filthy combination.
Funk wound.
Oh, imagine those, like Ori, Legolas and Alfred.
Just sat at the back.
Yeah, just
and
sat
Bomber
Oh,
to replenish Alfred's will.
yeah, oh, dirty. Dirty combination.
Funk.
Oh, that is a real horrible one. Okay. I think, I
think
that's got him out there. Thank you, Blackfire Productions.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Saruman the White. He says, "Hey guys, James, that sounds like a fantastic idea. I'd love to see a Hotgates gaming video. Oh, Hotgates video gaming video. I think it was in reference to Total Warhammer, wasn't it? Total War Warhammer.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, James downloaded it for his Mac and can't play it. James.
Have you got it?
No, not yet. I won't be downloading it on my parents on their internet until we get to change over. Otherwise, it would take days. The Middle East Elite Warbands took 2 hours to upload a 7-minute video.
Oh, for World Cup?
Yeah.
Oh
so,
my god.
I was crying.
Oh dear, when did you get your internet?
20th of June.
Well, you're away for how many days now?
I arrived back after that.
How many days you gone for?
12. Yeah.
This guy!
I'm flying out. This is on the Sunday. I flew out on Friday morning. That's Friday the 10th, and I land back in the UK on the 21st.
That's 2 trips to America for Jamie in 2 months.
Yeah.
Not bad, eh? Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Very good.
So,
where's he going, sir?
I'm going to the Origins Game Fair, Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Answer to the questions. The most expensive item on the web store that is not a bundle. It's the Drakesworn Temple from Age of Sigmar. I thought it might have been terrain. Weighing in at a whopping £376 for a whole 3 models. Oh my god, it's not actually models. It's not. I thought it was terrain.
Well.
Wow.
No thanks.
Warhammer Quest Silver Tower, correct. They got that right. The current CEO is the mighty Kevin Roundtree. Don't know. I think he was the previous finance director. And Total War, correct. I do hope you try out some gameplay at some point. You were saying about modders creating a Lord of the Rings Hobbit mod, and that is currently in the works. I thought it might have been. Yeah,
they always do. On some games they're great, some of their Lord of the Rings mods.
Yeah. And the cheapest model was Gollum on a rock. I was screaming at the screen when they were like, "Oh, what could it be? It's got to be Gollum." So I said, "Gollum on a rock!"
You did that. I remember you did it, and I copied you because didn't you have like £4 left over?
Oh yeah,
on
£4. I had £4 and a £4 store credit. I was like, well,
I might as well.
might as well just get Gollum.
Then I did the same thing. £36 order. Might as well get a Gollum to save paying delivery.
Yeah,
which
it's the same price.
May as well, yeah.
For my question this week, what do you feel is the ugliest looking model that you have painted? if it's model, then the Morannon Orc that's got the proper chub cheek.
Oh yeah.
Oh. You're like, oh, it's this guy.
Yeah. Oh dear. But then ugliest in terms of how we painted it.
Oh, my Dwarven Rangers.
You've been them, didn't you?
Going away. Metal beards.
Metal beard. I've got some pretty shocking elves. The high elf set you got from the magazine, right?
Oh yeah.
Very thick with paint. You can't really even see the creases in the armour.
I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah, they're no good. I've got some Ians as well.
Yeah, Ians were pretty awful. Basing on them.
Yeah, no good.
And finally, for my Morannon Mouth of Sauron list, When, where, and how should you use Mordor siege bows, if at all? I just don't bother.
5+ to hit, no good. You're gonna get charged before you get shot off.
It's not worthwhile.
So they know.
It's very rare that siege equipment, unless you're playing a siege, is worth it in a points match.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know. In very early days, I used to love the Avenger bolt thrower because you get the swift reload. It was pretty cool.
And then someone charged it with a cavalry model.
I know, that's it. Well, you pay 97 points for the extra crew member and the swift reload. And you get charged.
Yeah.
So, well, that's now no use at all.
And that was from Lizard Boy. Can't be bothered.
That's okay. I think he's going to return later on. Anyway. Okay.
Couple from Andreas. Many from Andreas.
First many. So.
I'll let you go through them all.
Okay, remembering me totally smashing Mr. Crow with my Mahud at Gobel and Kalimon? Happy days. And he's come back on just a bit, and Steve gone lol gloats. Hashtag gloat. He's gone hashtag GBHL Steve. Oh, GBHL James, he's still just Harry. Don't fight it, James. Yeah, James. Hashtag cool Steve for GBHL host. Hashtag Steve for the win. There's only fair they talked about me last week. Steve for host.
Steve for host. I'm up for it.
Yeah, I am too. I think bring it as a 6. Take that.
Yeah.
He brings his terrain experience.
Yes, indeed. Let's use that terrain on the channel.
Oh yeah, that's the requirement.
Callum D next says, thanks lads, I've never played a single game of SBG and I've always just collected whatever I fancied at the time. What would you recommend is the best way to get into the game with list building and playing, etc.? For myself, I'm more partial to evil, especially heroes like Gothmog, so Mordor is an option. It's more so the advice in terms of how to start playing, as I have no friends who play the game or are even interested. Thanks for the help.
You've still got your intro video, haven't you?
Yes, we've got the intro video of how to play Lord of the Rings strategy battle game, so go check that out for an intro of how the game mechanics work. And finally, people, if you are not already, join the Great British Hobbit League Facebook group. Even if you're from abroad, you're likely to find someone in there in your area. Yeah.
They started doing a map now, haven't they? So something where you can add on a map where you are.
Pins.
Yeah, you can find out where if people are local. You'd be surprised. Yeah. I found out there's 2 guys who went to a tournament that I went to the other week at your tournament, and they work in a shop down the road from your girlfriend, and I've seen them most of the time. It's so bizarre. You never would have known. In terms of picking what to play with, totally depend on what you've got and what you enjoy. So if you like Gothmog and Mordor, it's probably a good shout.
Take Gothmog Mordor to start with.
Yeah, and as we said, Mordor, there's so much to take.
A
bunch of different lists, can't you?
And your first 2 games, don't expect to win them. Just play them, learn the game, have fun, and maybe try and play some scenario-based stuff rather than points matches.
Very much so, yeah.
And also, let your opponent know that you're starting the game, so they don't just bring their tournament list and smash and go, well, that was easy. Yeah. You often find if someone it's the first game, their opponent is very very nice about it because you want them to have an enjoyable experience. You're not just going to crush them in the ground so they don't play again. It's no fun. So often enough they'll probably bend over backwards to help you out, and you just have fun with it. Yeah. So don't hesitate and go get stuck in. Okay. Matthew Zammit, caught with SFAQ. Woohoo! Totally agree with Harry for GBHL. Come on, he's the chosen one. The chosen one.
Woohoo!
He's Mourinho. Special one.
I'll take it from Mr. Potter. Not sure about Steve for GBHL since he's already got his own channel. Really like him on SFAQ though. James has his own channel?
Yeah.
I think we could have multi-channel stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good and then we see him in different places. Question for this week. Would you like to get some models? Would like to get some models with me as hand luggage when coming over to England. Would you recommend the Games Workshop cases? KR multi-case have been recommended, though whilst good they perhaps too large to carry as hand luggage. What would you recommend? Have you seen the recent stories I've talked about getting searched and stopped? Yeah. So Andreas is saying that he got his mummox and got searched. But he's a big guy as well, I wouldn't mess with him in question. But you can have your mummox, take him. Your Mahud, sorry, take him on. Yeah. Imagine stabbing someone and taking over a plane with a camel. Petty.
Well, we were talking about this today in work, so we'll fly out tomorrow, so it came up. And they were saying that in War Machine, there's some models that are really, really big. Yeah. And they're hollow. And they went through the machines and they weren't sure about them. It was like, is this model hollow? Yeah, so yeah, it's not like solid metal. You can't like bash anyone with it. It's like, oh right, okay, knocked it because like, I've got to check inside it.
Of course, yeah.
And then like the next guy, same model came through. Was like, is this hollow? It's like, no.
That's
a solid one.
Oh my god, you'd be horrified, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you think, are there any models that are hollow in... I think there are any in the Lord of the Rings or SBG?
Mummox would be. You put their halves together. Is this hollow? Yeah. Crack! Check inside the mummox. Yeah, there's no drugs in there.
Could they not, like, do an X-ray on it? Surely drugs would
But
come
if they're not sure, they're not sure. They've got to check.
Oh.
See with their eyes.
Oh, don't take hollow models abroad. There's our tip.
Yeah.
Unless you want it smashing in half.
I've taken my Games Workshop carry case abroad and it worked fine. And KR Multicase have got many sizes available, so you'll be able to find one that fits. However, I think Games Workshop carry case is a bit more robust in terms of suffering the knocks and blows of an airplane journey.
Yeah.
Alright, next up we've got Michael Bojan. He says, firstly, I recommend everyone to change the video speed to 0.5 and then watch it. It's the best thing I've seen in a while. Really.
Have you done that in any videos?
I think I have done, yeah.
Is it just take it
it's like matchup of the day.
Oh, they're hilarious.
That's fantastic.
Is that one when you're stroking your my lap here? Video with you. It's so good. It makes me cry how many times I've watched you kill my captain's horse now. I've watched it with different people and it's like, it's painful every time.
Second, sorry for not commenting for a while. I've been busy with the exams. It wasn't easy. You should revise. So the question for this week is, would you rather fight 3 hobbit-sized Azogs or 1 Azog-sized hobbit? 1 Azog-sized hobbit?
Yeah, probably. I think so. I'd rather keep my eye on 3 hobbit-sized Azogs.
So 3 small Azogs or 1 big hobbit?
I'll take the big hobbit.
I'll take the big hobbit. Three small Azogs would be horrible.
Yeah, to attack his feet. He's not got anything. He's not wearing anything, is he?
And keep up the great work. GBHL Steve. Hashtag GBHL Harry. Whoop whoop.
Okay. Here we are. Okay, we're on Brad the Hipster. Hello, once again. My question for this week is for GBHL James.
Oh, he's not here this week.
Oh dear.
He's on holiday.
He is. I was wondering when there would be more news about points level and different mini tournaments going on. We'll hopefully be able to make a display board or 2 as well. Cheers, guys. I was wondering where there would be more news about points level and the different mini tournaments going on.
Probably. About the mini tournaments that he's running, like Chaos and Mordor and whatnot. And points level is probably for the main event.
Yeah. I imagine he's going to do a massive rules pack that's going to explain everything at some point. He's got enough going on.
Yes.
Maybe wait for that. I saw someone commented the other day about what are the run-ins for the event on Facebook, and he was like, "They'll all come in time, don't you worry." We'll have to be patient. We've still got a few months to go, but my goodness, is it going to be good.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Wah. He says, Easterling haters. Worst army by far is Numenor. 1 troop type and 2/3 characters. Worst models apart from the 2 named father and son characters. Boo for the Easterling hate.
See, I don't mind the Easterlings too much.
I'm not a fan.
I think after then getting some off eBay that were quite nicely painted and then playing with them, it does help a bit.
Yeah.
And
then War carries on. He says, this week's question: which can non-Games Workshop Lord of the Rings Hobbit games? Okay, so I guess which non-Games Workshop Lord of the Rings and Hobbit games have you played? Which of those are your favourites? If you haven't played a non-Games Workshop Lord of the Rings game, then which one would you have considered? Well, I've got a few board games relating to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. If you got Love Story, is it Love
Letter?
Love Letter.
Love Letter, just a random card game, and the really difficult Lord of the Rings board game.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I played them for board games. I've played pretty much every computer game or video game to play. The Battle for Middle-earth are amazing. The storyline games of Return of the King and Two Towers more so.
Two Towers is the best, I think.
Yeah, it was. War in the North, it's got to be one of my favourites.
It's a very good game.
I've completed it so many different times with different people. It's great fun. And the characters get very overpowered once you
very quickly.
That crossball with the grenade launcher on.
Yes, yeah.
What is that about?
Boom, boom, boom.
Troll dead.
Yes.
There's that one where you've got to defend when the thing's coming up. If you didn't have that grenade launcher crossbow, I think you'd struggle.
I think that grenade launcher crossbow got me through so many levels of the wave fighting thing.
Oh yeah.
When there's a few of you playing it, you're like, wave 1, so boom. Oh no, you don't do that, you just kill them normally. And then as soon as they start getting tough, it's like, well...
It's the same with the Gandalf, the wizard blast thing, because that along with the crossbow...
Just knocks them all down. Knock you all down, run away.
It's so powerful.
Recharge. Knock you all down, run away. Shadow and Mordor is really good.
Yeah. Never completed it. You liked...
I smashed that.
Which was the one that was you stood...
Oh, the Third Age.
Yeah, I never got quite into... You loved that,
Age.
didn't you? Never got quite into that.
Hadhod.
Yeah.
The dwarf.
Yeah. What was that?
I guess things like there's like Lord of the Rings Risk. I don't think it really counts the same.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
I guess it counts.
What's that ring?
That's opera.
Oh, I thought that was like a tanned ring, one ring.
No.
Of course, War of what was the one that was online? Lord of the Rings Online.
Yeah.
I played that quite a bit for a few periods.
LOTR.
Yeah, I think it works best like all online games if you got other people to play with.
Yeah. I played that game solo for a bit. I got really bored really quick.
You need like people to do the parties and stuff and to share it with. I think it's quite a few. Let us know if there's any that we've missed.
Yep. For things I've considered is I've considered the Lord of the Rings living card game, but not got around to playing it yet, just because the sort of like the buy-in's quite high.
Right.
It's like about £100 or something.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Okay, next question. So, Jeremy Smith. A few questions that came up at the Chicagolands Hobbit League, the desolation of Mount Prospect. 1. If a King's Champion's Herald is in base contact with the champion, then knocked prone due to a hurl, does he still provide his special rule to the champion when his fight occurs?
I'd say I think I've had this ruled against me, in that he is still in base contact. But my gut feeling says I'd say no, he's not, because he's not stood up, he's not actively fighting, he's not defending.
No. Just in terms of a different scenario though where it may be present. When your Sorcerer's Blaster combat, when both models knock over, they still have the fight but on the floor.
Yes,
Because that's still cast as a combat. But then one would get up if it wins. So if he's next to a model and gets knocked over, providing he's not moved because of it.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's probably why he's been ruled in favour.
That's the only thing. But the rules with models on the floor are very loose because you can walk over them. Then what happens if the base is lying down a certain way?
Yeah.
I like to think it'll clarify a little bit more when the new dwarfs come out, because obviously they're going to have that rule where they're going to get the defence bonus. Yeah. So if they're knocked over, would they still get it?
Yeah. It's interesting.
If you're watching, Adam and Jay.
So, something to think about.
Yeah. Okay, part 2. In Seize the Prize, if the prize dropped is charged...
Is the prize dropped if charged?
Oh, sorry.
No.
It's only if you die.
Only if you die,
you're forced to drop it. And can the carry be compelled to drop it?
Yes, it can.
Which is awesome.
It's disgusting as well.
Now, with a compel, could you move it for, say you mounted model that had the prize, could you move him 5 and then drop it? So I'll just move you into your board, or move it to mine and then drop it there, depending on what the points were. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Or moving forward 2.5, drop it and get them
then pick it up. Yeah, true. Okay, and 3. If the Knight of Umbar is immobilised, can he still use combat mimicry on his opponent's stats, and are they halved?
I guess they would be, yeah.
You can't do anything more for that turn if you're immobilised. Because don't you elect to pick a stat to mimic?
I think there's certain things that have been, at least in the community FAQ, certain things have been deemed as active and some have been deemed as passive. If it's a passive ability, it'll stay.
Like the Shadowlords.
Like Shadowlord's thing.
Pool of Darkness, yeah.
Shadowlord's
Pool of Darkness.
Yeah. Like Blubber will go, but Swift Parry from Rummel wouldn't. So I think, personally, combat mimicry, I think it'd be a passive. So yeah, you get to steal their stats and be halved.
Not bad. Could still work in your favour if you're the Knight of Umbar. Okay, I hope both of the OG hosts are reading this. Original games are reading this. But if you're a guest then, what is your favourite pizza topping? Pepperoni, Rad, and that's correct. Meat Feast. But yeah, pepperoni probably. Double pepperoni just to go for that. First Ages Smith signing off. Salutes is required. P.S. Worst army, Goblin Town.
No, Goblin Town is not the worst army.
You see Adam's comment about this yesterday, about how the Goblin Town at 100 points goes against Durin's folk.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
In a vacuum, they are so much better than Durin's folk for 100 points.
But I don't necessarily think Durin's folk are overpointed.
No. It's just the whole idea that certain things are better at certain
levels.
Points.
Yeah, I mean that's why we're doing the 100 points and 200 point thing. Cool. Okay.
Next up we got Warpman RP. He says, thanks for answering my question yet again. Loving the content lately, especially the World Cup and ensuing commentary from Damien. I for one wouldn't mind seeing some more #SteveLove on the channel. A bit of an oddball question for this week. What do the various GBHL hosts use to transport or store their models? Also, do you have any tips on cheap bulk storage options for minis painted or unpainted? I use mainly Games Workshop carry cases I've collected over the years.
Got a few now.
I've got 4, I think, including one of the big army carriers. And I think I've got 2 KR carry cases and 3 that which is one answer to another question. I just kickstarted a foam box company.
Oh, have you? Oh, really?
I got some dirt cheap boxes.
Are they the ones you showed me?
Yeah.
Oh, those thin ones, they're brilliant.
They were like a tenner each, and they've stored loads of models during transport, so they're good handy.
I think it becomes difficult when you've got big things to transport, like a Mumix or Felbeast and stuff, so then it has to be like a shoebox.
Yeah.
And bubble wrap
tissue
and stuff.
paper and whatnot.
Yeah. The thing that... Because I hate having to... When you say you're having a load of games with your mates over the weekend, I hate going through all your cases to pick out models, and I'd like to have them access.
Worst nightmare.
It is a pain, especially when you're looking for that one model. You know, is it in one of my 5 cases, in one of the 3 sheets in each one?
Yeah.
But I've got this thought because I'm soon to be moving house, and then in my games room, I want to have a unit with just loads and loads of shelves, and then loads of like baking trays. You just pull out just trays of models.
Yeah.
It might not look very good for like presentation, but then of ease of getting them all in and out, especially for your unpainted models, it might be easy to access.
Well, I've got a cardboard box full of just unpainted sprues. I don't need to store them. They're just not.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get damaged.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah. Any cheap tips on cheap bulk storage? I think then looking online for your foam trays. Didn't you get the foam that you cut yourself?
Yeah, like the pick and pluck.
Yeah. There you
go. Check online. KR carry case and Battle Foam are really good alternatives to the Games Workshop cases, and with them you can actually just buy foam inserts.
Yeah.
So if you do have a cardboard box or Tupperware, you can just buy a foam insert for like a £5 and trim it how you want it.
It's worth doing as well, especially if you value models, because as we've just said before, there's nothing worse than your models chipping or getting broken. No. My War Priest staff that snapped the other day. I was like, no. Terrible. Okay, was that you or me?
I read War and RP.
Okay, King Bonsai double. First one, it is so cool that Games Workshop is working with the GBHL. Hell yeah, it is. This is definitely a wise move on their part, as the GBHL is what kept the game alive during some...
I wouldn't say directly working with. I think we're just in close. We have the same goals.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense from like the thing with Adam watching the videos with the community is how it's played in a way. You want best way of getting stuff tested is that way.
Yeah, just give it. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Let me play test,
please. Okay, and part 2. I think you should add cool Steve as well. 6 is better than 5 during some. More the merrier. Yeah, take 6.
Even number.
4 from the north as well.
Yeah.
Nah, Tom and Damien. Yeah.
Tom's northern. James is really southern.
Okay, you.
Me. Is Dom BR says just a couple of quick questions. Have you tried the new GW gemstone paints? I have not. I've heard good things about them.
Are they more expensive?
I don't know. Probably
better quality. How expensive they are. Citadel paints.
But apparently they give a nice sort of glaze or whatever to the gemstones.
Okay.
If yes, what do you think of them? If no, you think you'll keep? You think you will? I probably won't. If I get some as a prize or have some store credit at some point, I might pick them up then.
Yeah, and if there's a direct need,
then
maybe get 1 or 2.
I don't paint gemstones and don't paint them. Don't care enough. Keep up the good work. #GBHL Harry and #GBHL Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Next up.
Okay, we've got Matt Patterson. Thanks guys for last week. I think maybe Steve and Harry should have an 800-point battle to decide who gets the GBHL host title. Sounds good to me. Steve, you're not allowed your goblins, are mate?
You're not allowed your hobbits.
Oh, okay. Scrap that. Oh, just make them both hosts. We can go for that one. My question this week is, have you ever played against Lindir? How do you use him effectively? And is he worth the points if you don't take Elrond?
Lindir's trash. He's so bad.
He does bring a cool benefit if you have Elrond.
If you have Elrond,
yeah. Other than that, I'll just take Rivendell Knight Captain every time.
All the time.
How much is Lindir tooled up on horse?
I think he is it's 75 or 80.
So like 15 points more.
You get that better captain.
Yeah.
His special rule is so weird that it's when he starts his movement, everyone within 6 inches gets the resistance to magic. You can't track it. It should just be a bubble.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Models within 6 inches of Lindir gain resistance to magic.
See, if that was the rule with Rivendell Knights, it'd be a hell of a lot more tempting.
Yeah.
Because Rivendell Knights need a bit of magic resistance.
But then you'd lose a might point, so that'd be a fair trade-off.
You probably would, yeah.
Whereas, when you compare Lindir to a captive, 15 points more, you get 2 might, a really good hero, and Lindir's just not got it, really.
Yeah, I agree. I'm almost tempted, because, like, putting arrow on the list, or do you take 2 Rivendell Knight captains?
I don't think you take 2 Rivendell Knight captains.
You've got the...
You got the split up threat.
Yeah.
You've got 2 potential strikes to go kill 2 heroes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and 2 5 6 lances. Oh, they're dirty.
With
yeah.
strength 4.
Until you dismount them, and then all of a sudden they seem very overpointed.
Yes. Next up, we got Jatov. Steve is a must for GBHL title promotion. # Steve Love. With the confirmation that Games Workshop will be releasing popular characters from each army, who do you think will be the chosen ones for each army? I recently bought AMA Knight of the Pelennor just before this announcement, and I felt like crying when I heard about the re-release. As surely AMA will be Rohan's representative. Though,
I think it would.
For now, Kingdoms of Men are getting Boromir, aren't they?
Oh yeah, true.
This is all in Damien's video about Warhammer Fest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be surprised if AMA Knight of the Pelennor doesn't come back.
Yeah, there's such a demand from everyone talks about him all the time.
Yeah. I guess the thing is just for now hold off buying any more out of production rare models.
Yeah, save your money as well because we're going to spend it soon enough.
But you still got the issue that they're encast in resin and not metal. So if you want metal, you still have to spend money.
Yeah, I saw this debate. Someone was putting it the other day online about spending an extortionate amount on metal models. But I guess the point where the collector's items and collector's items do
collector's items will go, but you only pay what you think it's worth.
But yeah, exactly, and that decision is totally up to you.
If you don't think it's worth 70 quid to buy, I don't know, what used to go for 70? Halbrand with the horn or whatever.
Yeah, the rare one.
The rare one. If you don't think it's worth it, don't pay it. No one's making you. And by the sounds of it, we're getting a Halbrand again.
Yeah, so you're saying of some form.
Yeah, in some form. Cool.
Yeah, okay. Okay, next question is Cam73X. Thank you very much. This week's question is about Thryden Wolfsbane's axe.
Okay.
Can he use his axe on his horse?
Yes.
As his wargear states that he is armed with a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, a change to the Hobbit rules of that two-handed weapons can be used on horseback now. What
does FF mean?
I don't know.
FF, can he...
If yes,
he
maybe.
Can, so, if yes, he can does this, meaning he can two-handed and or piercing strike on horse.
Yes, he's horrible.
So he's strength 5?
Strength 5 base. Picking piercing strike or two-handed. And any wounds he does before fate are doubled.
Look, he really is horrible, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my word, so you get strength 8 plus 1 and then doubling wounds.
Yeah. So that if he does 3 wounds with his 3 attacks, that's 6 wounds to save.
We can kill Gimli on 3s then. Gimli's strength 8, isn't he?
Yes, so it'd be 4s down to 3s.
Wow.
Knock down 6 strikes.
Yeah.
I have 12 wounds, Gimli.
Oh.
No.
How many points is he, sorry?
90.
3 might.
Or 80. 10 on the horse. 3 might, 2 will, 2 fate. Fight 4 is his downside.
Yeah.
So he needs Saruman or Sharky to immobilise his target. And then he goes in and goes...
Fair enough.
Turns him into jelly.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Rob Camp. He says, "Hola guys, it has been a long time since my last question here. Firstly, loving seeing Harry and Steve on here the last few weeks. Secondly, I have to say I've already started saving up the fortune I'm going to spend when I come to Arnicon. It's a shame I'm only allowed 23 kilograms on my flight. I'm excited to come and play, but I think I may be more excited to meet all the awesome people this community has to offer. Thirdly, it's great to be back supporting you on Hot Gates Gaming Patreon again, James. Fantastic content, guys, get supporting him. No question this week, just wanted to get back into the loop and share my excitement for the next few months. See you all soon from Rob." Thank you very much, Rob.
Awesome. There's lots of excitement to be shared. Yes. Okay, with Larry? Yes.
Yeah, Larry Miller.
Hi Larry. Because I forgot, I will now ask you the question that Jamie said he'd ask. Has he asked the question already?
No, I think he asked a question 2 weeks ago when we were doing it.
Yeah.
What question would I ask my version of me
That's not in mind.
No.
Okay. He said he'd ask, so I don't have to ask a question. How do you find editing videos and finding time to create content?
Finding time was because you turned up tonight. Otherwise, I have to sit here and do this on my own.
Yes.
Finding time is now after work and weekends.
What's your concern? I'm just thinking in terms of getting this uploaded before you go.
Oh, no, I'll be fine for that.
But in terms of how long it takes.
Just going to leave it on.
Overnight?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Did you get tedious? Because I obviously, I'm all over on the face of it, but I don't have to do any behind the scenes
editing I find quite fun, actually. I enjoy editing. It's like with any project, it's sitting down and starting it. As soon as I start it, I'm fine, but it's one of the things where when a deadline's looming, I'll do it the last possible moment.
Yes, good old deadlines, eh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious to start, but I wouldn't know where to start. But then I was watching, we've seen Matthew Davis's latest, have you seen his hobby vlogs about
I watched the third one, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And he said he was just doing it on his iPhone. Because the quality's really good.
We started on our phones.
Did it?
Yeah, all the early stuff.
Yeah.
Is on iPhones.
And stuff like a hobby vlog like that, when you're just in front of it, you don't have to do like a full battle.
Yeah,
it would work quite well.
Just
So.
get your phone up.
Yeah, it's just remembering like before and after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's that one. Next up we got Saruman the White. He says, "What do you mean still just Harry? You cannot fight it. You will lose. Hashtag GBHL Harry for life." I just swore at the camera. I was like, how'd you do a 4? I was like, what's that? There's a way of doing that, isn't there? So,
what we're trying to do?
Gang sign for life.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not straight enough for that.
I think there's a way of doing it.
Okay, next question. It's the Ash League podcast. You know where that is? Oh, Sydney, I assume then?
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, hashtag GBHL Harry, hashtag GBHL Steve. Hey guys, been out of the loop for a while, sorry. Anyways, James, Ash...
Oh, anyways, here we go.
James,
Australia's Shire Hobbit League.
There you go. Australia's Shire Hobbit League, cool. As I live in the Sutherland Shire in Sydney, my question for this week is if you could get any scene that wasn't in the 6 movies and add it, what would it be, including appendices, or change a current scene? Cheers guys for all the great content. Keep up the good work. Good question. I think mine's always has to be Emerald leading from the gate.
Yeah, that's so cool to see the Swan Knight's charge.
Yeah.
Another one for me will be to see Helm's Deep without the elves. And just lots of Rohan.
Yes, yeah.
Fighting for their lives.
Yes, and Rohan run into the castle in pursuit of the orcs.
Yeah.
Before, and they're like, oh, we'll wait here for a day, and they'll come in slowly.
Yeah.
Because literally they chase them to the gates, don't they?
Yeah.
And I think a big one...
Because it's a race to see who can actually get the castle.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because
and there's also, is it Hammer?
Yeah.
Who is just... Well, Grimbold or someone's...
Grimbold's the one that comes at the end, because Erkenbrand's in the castle fighting with Aragorn, because they've got a bit of a sort of kill competition almost going on.
Yeah.
I think the big one is Scouring of the Shire.
Yes, yeah, that's the one, isn't it? Add Scouring of the Shire.
Yeah, get those hobbits on ponies doing some fighting.
That'd be cool to see as well.
And then also the Grey Company stuff, the twins and Halbrand
and
Aragorn. And not they having the Army of the Dead at Pelennor.
Yes. Change that.
It's my only beef. Because whatever happened, the Army of the Dead were going to win that. I think
Army of the Dead can't lose.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
So as soon as they run up the elephant, it's like the monkey's like, well,
it's not even a fight, is it? They just literally cleanse the city.
Yeah.
Not having beef for Lord of the Rings, guys. We love it, but you know,
there's some things that could have been done.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Adien. He says, "Hi guys, I'm fairly new to the channel, and to be honest, I've seen a lot more content with Cool Steve than Harry. So since I'm supporting GBHL Harry, I would also, without hesitation, support GBHL Steve. Anyway, time for this week's question. I got annoyed when my barrow whites got scratched and lost colour, so I decided to start varnishing at least my metal models. Got myself some matte varnish spray from the Army Painter, but recently figured out that this varnish on its own doesn't really protect the figures. Which models would you recommend to varnish, and how would you varnish them? I've, for example, understood that one should not varnish over metal colours, and so on. Thanks for the help, Addy." Well, I've never varnished models, so I can't give you good advice there, sorry.
Yeah. I did it I've discussed this week when I was with James. I've done it in my younger years, and it just made models really shiny. So I had Eowyn on a shiny horse. Stopped her from chipping, but it looked stupid.
Yeah.
But so I'm a novice, because I would have thought you would varnish the metal bits because it's shiny anyway.
Yeah. I remember I have varnished... Oh, what did I do? I did... Well, when I had a Night Goblin army, I varnished all their staffs to give them a shine.
Okay, yeah. If you deliberately want the shine, that's what I do. Like eyes. So for So I've done a couple of eagles this week, so I'm going to gloss the eyes just so they look shiny and alive.
That's it. That's the other thing I've done is the dragon. I did a lot of red on his tongue and then glossed his tongue so it looks wet.
Yeah, that sort of thing like that.
And that's the other thing I remember with wet, the mud, Sterling mud. I put all the mud on the base.
Yeah.
And it dries like a grill on earth, so it dries with texture. And then I put varnish on it, so it shined, and it looks like wet mud.
Oh, did it work?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Okay, well there you go.
But as for models, I wouldn't put the hard coat on anything, and I don't know about matte varnishes.
No.
Sorry there, pal.
Yeah, try it on some of your less important models. Don't do it on your favourite Aragon or something first, because you'd be devastated. We've done well there.
Yeah.
The second part at the end is that?
Oh, at the end says hashtag GBHL Steve and hashtag GBHL Harry.
Okay, we've got Wesardi 1969. I've always had a soft spot for Steve. Oh, especially as he hooked me up with my cool dice. Great to see the likes of Steve stepping up to help out with the channel.
Yeah, thank you very much, Steve.
I was going to go with an Isengard force for my evil, but knowing what is around the corner for Gundabad, I'm really tempted by them. What are your thoughts? To what?
What are your thoughts on picking an Isengard army or a Gundabad army? You got to choose which one you like. Yeah. That's the one you're going to enjoy painting and playing with. So if you want to have a cool Gundabad army because you think things are coming around the corner for it, then hold out for that. Or go all in on an Isengard army.
In terms of the profiles, they're quite similar, aren't they, those two?
Yeah, well, Isengard are better. They've got 5/4.
They're all rounders, aren't they?
Yeah.
But if you like the cool Hobbit new stuff, in terms of stuff that may come out and stuff that's out already with your Azog and Bolg and stuff.
Yeah. Isengard are going to be cheaper as well because you can pick up the plastics pretty cheap online.
You can. The only thing that's tough is crossbows and berserkers.
Yeah.
But then you can still pick them up for 3, and you can get them plastic. They're still fine cast, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, they are. Yeah.
It's bulk of the model. I'd rather have them
£4 model, yeah.
But they keep coming up. Keep an eye online.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think with Gundabad, how much are they for the Gundabad orcs? Goblins now. Oh, I suppose it's orcs there.
It's orcs, yeah. I think it's like £15 for 3 models, so you're paying £5 a model.
Can't justify it. So I would love a Lake Town army, Militia Lake Town,
yeah.
which is not their prices.
It's not at that price.
No, and I don't know if that will ever drop in terms of new things
I
coming out.
don't think the price will drop.
No, so when your job at Games Workshop is always beneficial.
Yes.
Getting that discount.
Next up, we have got Tom Turtle, 2 from Tom Turtle. He says, despite not being all that competitive, I love all the models in the Finecast command packs. Which is your favourite, and do you have any? The Rohan and Gondor sets are both incredible in my opinion, with some of the best poses in the range. Hashtag Steve for the win, hashtag GBHL Harry.
Woohoo.
So, do you own any of the command packs?
No, I've got the Eastland one because I got it in this bundle order. Yeah. And that painted up is quite a nice kit to be fair, because the banner's cool, the priest is a different model.
Yeah.
I think the captain's like a boring one. But it's not bad. I'm trying to think of other ones. The Rohan one's quite sought after.
Rohan ones are good. I've sold off the King's Huntsman that I had in them. I had one set and sold off the Huntsman, and I think it was the captain I sold off. Yeah. And then I'm left with a Hornblower and a Bannerman. Don't want them. Don't care for them.
No.
I also when they were first released bought 3 of the Galadriel ones.
What's in that pack?
That was because they took down the metal Galadriel Stormcaller, and that was the only way to get Stormcallers. Right. And I needed 3 for the tournament I wanted to attend, so I spent £90 on getting these 3 clamp packs.
Oh my god!
And then people were like, "Well, can I just convert my Wood Elf with Spear to be a Stormcaller?" And on the forums and on the Facebook, no, I just paid £90 for the official models. You're not doing that.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of money then.
And then I sold off the other bits and bobs.
You get a
got money back. No, nowhere near.
No.
£8.20 for each model when they were metal.
Oh gosh.
Which is what it makes me cry every time.
I think my most extortionate project. I did a bad one last week, so I needed to buy Radagast on Slay. It was £30. I thought, I might as well make up the £10 to get the free delivery. There's nothing I needed for a tenner. I thought, but Bayon's there. I've not got him. Quite fancy, so I bought him. But I ended up spending £60. So I only needed to spend 30. And then yesterday I realised I needed a spray can, so I ended up going to Games Workshop and buying a spray can. So I could have just done that. But hey, I've got Bayon now, which is always cool.
You can spray in black.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Painted.
It's done.
Second part of the question from Tom Turtle. Oh well, you guys sure do hate Easterlings. Yeah, I do. I know James does as well. I'd say Dale and Numenor are the worst army. Dale aren't that bad. They're quite fun to look at. But at least Numenor are quite boring to look at.
I'd love an expansion for Numenor.
Yeah, Numenor needs something. Or the nation to get gotten rid of.
Yeah, someone said earlier about the hero models. I think the Elendil model I quite like.
Oh, yeah, Elendil's good. And Isildur's good.
Yeah. Have you seen that? I know it's not official, but the mounted Elendil that got released from, the people that make the conversions.
I think I do, yes.
That was cool.
That was
for a conversion of it, looked pretty damn cool.
Yeah. And then he says, Eastern kingdoms can take a fell beast, both heavy and skirmish cavalry, and the beast that is the Candish king on chariots as well.
They just lack might, I think, the Eastlink heroes.
Yeah, they want to use their might to strike and win fights, and you don't really have anyone besides the Taskmaster to goad the troops around.
Yeah, I agree. And they are tough. You can make a really hard pike block with Easterlings. Getting a 5-up bubble of armour, so it's like Terror. What's it? Fury.
Fury.
With having your availability of the Fight 4, Defence 6. I think they are tough, but then you just got such a lack of might. I don't like the two heroes particularly.
No, I'm doing a lot of blades.
Yeah, because he's got no fate.
No. Where's he got fate?
I don't think either of them do. And they're both Defence 6.
Yeah.
What's the other one called? The
Dragon
Knight.
Dragon Knight, the Independent. Yeah.
The rule's cool where they get a might back if they kill
a hero in combat, yeah.
And Thingy might makes it particularly effective if you're playing Lords of Battle.
Lords of Battle. I remember watching a game with Tom Harrison.
Yeah.
Where he would call a heroic combat, or he'd heroic strike, go high, use his might to win the fight, kill the hero, get 2 might back, move into the next one, rinse and repeat.
Day.
Or use might to wound if he rolls a 6. It's like, oh, stop it, Tom.
Clever play.
Yeah. Taking advantage.
Yeah.
And finally...
It's the last question. Whoa! Okay. Hello, Mr. Murphy. Thank you for doing your punditry last week. It was very good.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. In a Steve-related question, what is the piece of scenery that you're most proud of making? Hashtag GBHL Harry. Hashtag crows before hoes.
It's great. Steve's most proud... I reckon he'd be most proud of his prancing pony.
I think he spent a long time on it, and it's just amazing.
It just looks beautiful. I can't wait to go to that tournament.
No, I know. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's not long now. About 5 weeks. And just to think what else he's going to do before then.
Yeah.
And I think there might be some things behind the scenes that he's not seen.
Yeah.
Because he's doing all the Dol Guldur stuff at SBG, and that was all hidden.
Secret,
yeah, and so to think if he's done anything secret. No pressure, Steve. Like, you don't have to, but it would be cool if you've got stuff behind the scenes.
We haven't seen.
Yes,
make some stuff we haven't seen if you haven't now.
Yeah, but we still like content as well. Yeah. Oh, that's it.
And that is the end of Speak Friend and Question episode 124. Thank you for all your questions, and I hope you've enjoyed listening to us.
Yes.
And answering your questions. I think we did a half decent job of answering them. This has gone very quick though.
It did. It felt
40 minutes maybe?
Yeah, I felt it was too quick. Apologies there.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be here?
I'm away in America from Friday just gone, so I won't be here for anything next week. And I land back in on... Oh no! The Midwest World Cup might have to be postponed.
Bro, it's just a little break before the quarters. Yeah, that's planned.
We're giving the players a break.
Yes.
1 week off.
I know my dice rolls need it.
Yeah, so I'm going to be away next week, and the videos are uploaded and ready, scheduled to go for round Group 4.
Yeah, Group 4.
And punditry will be done by Damien and Co.
Yeah.
However, because I'm landing back in England on the Tuesday the 21st, it means we'll miss the start of the week after. Yeah, so we're not going to immediately jump into the quarters. Yeah,
but if we would do it that weekend.
Yeah.
Wednesday then. And then we get it all out in 2 goes then, really, can't we?
Yeah, and I can just edit it all. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll have good internet by then, so a 7-minute video will take like 4 minutes to upload.
Yeah. So it'll be a quiet channel then the week after next.
Yeah.
I miss it like on a Thursday. Well, we're filming a Thursday now. Like, there's no content. What to watch?
Yeah, exactly. Lots. Break.
Yeah.
Palantir, space. Currently break.
Palantir, what is this? But I've not seen it in so long.
But Damien's been doing good to do all the punditry.
Oh yes, I know. Obviously, they've had 7 stones. Yeah. Was it good, by the way?
Really, really good. 7 stones.
How did Double Dragon do?
We came 6th overall, I think, but won 5, lost 1.
They're very good with Double Dragon.
Great result.
What was the game you lost?
who we lost to Ed Ball and World Champion.
Did they win the overall?
They won overall, so we only lost to the winners. I'll take that.
That's good as second place.
Yeah.
Ignoring the standings.
Yeah.
And then what's your next event?
Oh God.
White Rose, aren't we? Well,
yeah, White Rose.
Get me a ticket. Have you got your ticket?
I've got a ticket. I don't know when it is though.
2nd and 3rd
of
July. First weekend in July. Yeah, I need to get my ticket for that. I mean, Tom. I think Tom was keen as well.
Yeah, I'll have to check because I know I'm going to America again.
And I'm going to. Will be this weekend. Oh, it's Sunday. It's going on at the moment. The Battle of Unnumbered Tiers.
The Battle of Unnumbered Tiers.
That's
yeah.
it. I kept going Outnumbered. So Unnumbered Tiers. Which is Ed Ball and Owen Wright's tournament.
It is, yes.
1,000 points. Good.
What are you taking?
I'm taking. So you split four. Well, you split your armies in two, but I think the logic thing would be evenly balanced, and which I've not done. I've got a 400-point army, which is Simon and 39 hobbits, and then a 600-point army, Radagast on Slay with Sebastian. I'm not convinced. Have you got any green stuff, by the way?
No.
Damn, I need like this much to make Sebastian. Okay, so Radagast on Slay, 2 Eagles, Garn, Bull Roarer Tuck, and 18 Woses. So lots of defence 3, just some monsters and 2 wizards. That's just fun. I just really want to use Radagast on Slay. I just fear that he's going to get thrown through my own troops.
And then we'll kill them all.
He'll kill them all because his base is this big. Hopefully not. Yes.
Cool, best of luck.
Yep, cheers.
I say keep us updated, but I'll burn through your data. Don't keep me updated.
I just see a happy face or smiley face. See how things go. So White Rose Fest, and then it's Steve's, isn't it?
It is, yeah. What date's Steve's?
22nd of July or something like that. On that weekend.
Oh, is it?
20.
Oh, I hope it's not the 23rd and 24th. I've got Portugal holiday written in my calendar.
Is that with fun?
That's for the family.
Oh, you're going away again.
The Portugal holiday at the end of July, and then I land back in the UK on the 31st and fly out to Gen Con again in America on the 2nd of August. And then at the end of August we fly out to Nova.
You made me sick. Why am I friends with you?
Sorry, man.
Go and live in America, Jamie.
I might as well be.
You might as bloody well, yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah, so that'll be me off the channel for about a month.
Yeah, maybe you do need
cover some new hosts. Right, well, I hope you have enjoyed Speak From the Question, everybody. As ever, be sure to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Yeah, support the Hobbit hosts in the links below.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming, everybody.